Hey everybody, Lynette, prepping on a budget. Yes, this is a take 2 of my layer your security video. I messed around today and deleted the first one. So if you watched the other one, this is going to be sort of a repeat of the same thing, so you can click off now and you don't have to waste your time watching this one. Ask me what I did, I don't have a clue. Anyway, it's not on there, so I decided to do the video one more time. Alright, this is primarily alert systems and at least putting up a barrier between yourself and the bad guy. There's a lot of information out there about security, post-SHTF, and this is sort of pre-SHTF. These are just things that we should just all do just out of habit, really. Typically it takes an instance happening before you ever get to the point of actually doing something about it. Most of us, think, okay, well, the doors are locked, we got weapons in the house, and that's good enough. Last summer, I was standing in my kitchen doing some canning work, with the garden and so forth, and all of a sudden I look up, and there are 5 teenagers standing in my kitchen. Now, back then, I used to consider my purse my holster, and for the first 5 minutes they were in the kitchen, they were between me and my purse, which meant they were between me and my weapon. So I could not, I would have had to grab the kitchen knife or something to fight them off if it had ever, gotten to that point. Anyway, point being, that was the point that my husband and I decided to at least, outside of the big security system, we better put some things in place, on the outside. One thing we use are the motion detectors, which, yes, the animals do trip them every once in a while, but I always get up, go check, see what it is, and again, at least I'm alerted to the fact that there is something moving around, whether it should be there or whether it shouldn't be there. And just to make this a little bit more interesting, hopefully, and more educational, the incident with the kids, they, we don't live close to the road, so they made it all the way up the driveway, around to the back of the house, and I was standing there. I had the back door open, all the other doors were closed and locked, had a couple of windows open, and the back door standing open, because it was, hot in the kitchen. And they came in a side entrance that was not secured at the time, and just that quick, they were inside the kitchen. So that's how the story progressed. It took me about 15 minutes to get them out of the house and off the property. So anyway, that's sort of what set our tone about layering our security measures. So let's look at a couple of things real quick. Very inexpensive. The motion detectors, which I'll show you one of those probably at the end, they're $14. You can set them up pretty much wherever you want to. I have a couple here in the house that I use because those are areas of the house that I'm not in a whole lot, and if something's going on back there, I want to know about it. So it's kind of like, you don't know where to move around here because you're going to be setting something off. Drives our kids insane when they're here. But anyway, if you have a lot of exterior doors, and even your interior doors, these little bar things are pretty cool. You put it up underneath the doorknob. The little rubber grip at the bottom prevents it from sliding around. And although no system is foolproof, yes, if you were using something like this on a French door, all somebody would have to do would be bust out the glass, reach in, move it away from the door, and they would gain access to your house. Alright, so here's one of my favorite alert systems that I do use extensively around here. It's just the little motion detectors. This part stays in the house. It has 2 volume settings. You can plug it in or just put put batteries in there. This is the part that goes outside, or actually wherever you want it to go. These can also be used inside. I mean, they're wireless. They're up to 400 feet, and they make a heck of a noise. They ding-dongs a couple of times. Now, again, this is just one layer. It's an alert system.
It's not really a security system, I don't guess. But if you can be alerted that someone's on your property, then you can better, protect yourself.
In the case of the French doors, what we like to do is double those up as well. Walmart sells these little alarms that attach right to your door or window. They're motion detected again, so motion of the door or the window, either one, is going to set them off. And they have this really ear-deafening sound that these things make, so you would definitely be alerted. If you're not at home, you can still put some of these into place, and if there is someone trying to come into your house while you're not there, they're going to get a surprise, and hopefully the loud noise will run them off. Most burglars don't like noise. The other thing that I use a lot are these door stop alarms. This is just like a little door wedge, but yet when this part here is pressed down, which happens, by the pressure of the door when the door is tried to, when the door is pushed open, it is also deafening. So those are awesome. You can put these in place good enough. If you're leaving home, you can, before you close the door, just position them behind there. Move your hand out of the door. Pull the door to. Somebody's trying to come into your house and you're not home. Then when the door's opened up, it'll catch this little lever, push it down, and these make a really horrendous sound. So I wouldn't go any farther than that. Sliding glass doors, a lot of people think that if they put a board in the bottom of the track to prevent the door from opening, that's a safeguard. A couple of houses ago that I used to live in, I locked myself out one day. I had a sliding glass door. I went to my car, got a clothes hanger out, went back to the door, slid the clothes hanger between the two panels of the door on the outside of the house, and wedged that piece of wood, which is, I think it was a 1x2, wedged it out of the track and opened the door up. So my suggestion for sliding glass doors, put those little motion detectors on them, put a board in the bottom, put a board in the top. Some people use like a rod, an extension rod, or tension rod kind of thing. Just be sure to put one top and bottom. That way you're a little bit more safe. And if someone is desperate enough to get in, they're going to have to make a whole lot of noise to do so, which then that will alert you to something going on as well. Outside of being alerted to the fact that something may be going on your property, or maybe somebody's trying to get into your house, these are excellent, very inexpensive security guards and security measures, so to speak. They would also work if you don't have power. Your big alarm system in your house, unless you've got a battery backup for it, or unless you're on solar and that kicks in. If the grid goes down, there's going to be a lot of people without their security, their house alarm. So these, all of these are either manual or they run off of batteries. You would have to stock batteries. The little motion detectors, the couple that we have, you can, or a couple of the ones we have, you can actually plug them into the wall. They have a charger adapter, and that'll keep them going. But I tend to run them all on batteries. That way, I check them once a week, make sure everything's working. And I've not had any problems with those at all. I've used those, I guess, for about the last year and a half. All these other things I've used, off and on, but especially after my instance this summer, and then we started sort of layering things. We put some motion detectors outside. I put up, beware of dog signs. That was a very cheap layer of security. Throw a couple of big dog bones out there somewhere. We do have a dog. I did need to put that up there, but I finally did it. The UPS man even, he doesn't approach the house anymore, so he usually blows the horn until I come out and get whatever he's delivering. So basically, these are just a few ideas that I had, going on in my mind, and just make those layers between the outside world and yourself, and just be aware of what's happening, you know, around you, even when you're at home. Now, it's pitiful that, you know, our society has gotten to the point where we have to even talk about this kind of stuff. But you never know. You could be the one standing in your kitchen one day when 5 20-something-year-olds show up. So, thanks, everybody. If I think of anything else, I'll do another video. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.